Hello and welcome to tonight's team call. Today is Monday, August 26th. Every time we do a team call, I have to look at the calendar. I never know what day it is. So thank you for hopping on today. I'm really excited to share some information with you girls today and hopefully a little bit of inspiration and hopefully something that clicks to you today. Hopefully there's something that I say that helps you move your business forward. So before we get started, I'm going to go over the coach breaking news. And you can always find all of this information in your back office. That is something that we all try to do often, every day even. You log into your back office and you look at the coach breaking news section to see all the new things that are going on. Another thing that you can do is follow the Team Beachbody 411 info page on both Instagram and Facebook, and they post all the things there too. So you never have to feel like you're out of the loop if you're following those pages and checking your coach breaking news. So just a reminder, we have until Saturday to use our codes that we were given, our promo codes. So we each got 3 codes, right? So if you use all 3 codes, the following month, you'll get 3 new codes to use. So it's really a great incentive for us to use our codes so we get some more because they're such a great tool to use when you're talking to somebody new. We have until Saturday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, midnight Eastern, to hit Success Club. And if you are eyeing that Jericho bobblehead because you have a collection, or maybe you don't have a collection yet and you just want that bobblehead because it's cool to have, we have until then to hit. If you've never hit Success Club before, you hit Success Club 5 by Saturday and you'll earn it. If you've hit Success Club before, then you have to hit Success Club 10 in order to earn it. This is just a side note, but I've seen coaches that put their bobbleheads in the fridge. So that when you open your fridge when you're getting snacky and you have no business going into your fridge and you open it and you see the bobblehead, you're like, oh, Jericho, you're right. I'm not hungry. And you close the door. So I think I'm going to use it for that. And then pumpkin spice will be available on September 3rd. It is delicious. If you like pumpkin spice, it's a really good flavor to get. Make sure that you set your alarm. Last year, it sold out in hours. So if you want in on this and you want to try it or you want to get it again if you got it last year, you have to do it quickly. And so many people end up getting a lot of boxes because they use them for promotions throughout the year or throughout that season where you sign up as a customer, you'll give them 2 packets or whatever. You can use them for yourself or as promotional pieces. Today is the last day to get 10% off the 3-day refresh. So if you're talking to somebody about the 3-day refresh, let them know that today is the last day. Also, September 2nd is the last day to get $10 off Recover, especially with this program. I hope everyone is drinking Recover so that you don't have to feel all the soreness. It's super helpful, not only with the soreness, but if you don't feel soreness and you're drinking your Recover, you recover faster and you're able to continue your workout and push yourself, whereas if you're super sore, you're like, oh, I think I'm just going to do 5s today or lower your weights, and you're not going to get as good a results as if you are recovering well. So highly recommend everybody get on Recover. And we also have our Legacy Elite Success Starter / Clean Slate program that we're starting. I'm pretty sure we do have a graphic somewhere, but I will post it after the call. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you listen to last week's call. I don't want to go through the whole thing because there's a lot of information, but I'll post the graphic. I think Christina created one. If not, we'll create one, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll post the graphic and make sure that everybody is on the same page and knows all the information. Okay, so that is all of our breaking news information. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you girls about today is belief, because that is where everything starts, right? If we when I'm struggling with my belief in myself, when I'm struggling with belief in the business, I'm not going to do anything with my business. If I feel like I can't get results, I'm not going to show up, because why would you show up if you have no belief? So we want to make sure that we believe, or our belief is strong. And that is something that's going to take time. And today I'm going to talk about belief for like 10 minutes. So it's not enough to like totally blow your minds and help you get over this if this is an issue. I would guess that most of us struggle with belief in some way, whether belief or feelings of unworthiness, imposter syndrome, like all of those things. So if you do struggle with any of that, let us know. Those of us that have been in this for a while, we've done all the personal development, so we can point you in the direction of like the right book or podcast or whatever to help you get over this. But you need to get over that if you are going to succeed in this business. So I wanted to make sure that you know that you are capable. Anything that you set your mind to, you're going to be able to achieve it. This business is a business where everything is learnable. They're just skills that we learn. When I first got started, I didn't have belief in the business. I wasn't even trying to grow the business. I had belief in the products, and I had done Insanity and I got results and I thought it was amazing. But the business side, I didn't fully believe in. And it took little pieces, little bits. And each time I got to a new level, I believed more. So I got to Emerald and I was like, oh, okay, well, I was able to help 2 people. Then maybe I can help some more people join me on my team and grow our business together. And then I got to Diamond and then I was like, wait, well, maybe I can do a little more. And then back then, that's when Jazz had already gotten to Diamond way before me. So seeing her built my belief in myself too, because it's like, well, we're similar. If she can do it, I can do it too. But you have to, like, it starts slow, but if this is something that you want to grow into a huge business, you have to get to the point where your belief is so strong, you don't have any other options. Like for me, when I was trying to quit my job, I knew I was going to quit my job. There was no, oh, maybe, of course I had days that were off, and there were days that I didn't feel like I questioned everything, but for the most part, I knew that I was going to quit that job. And what that does when you have belief that's that strong is you're in a mindset of, okay, I'm going to figure it out. And if you mess up somewhere, you're not like, oh my gosh, I'm a failure. It's more like, oops, I messed up. Let me see what I can switch and change and figure out, because I'm going to figure it out, because I'm going to quit my job. I'm speaking to the person that wants to grow that big business, right? Whether it be quit your job or make enough money to make a big difference in your family's life. So if we talked about weight loss, if I asked you, do you believe that anybody could lose weight? I think most of you would say, yeah, right? Like, yeah, anybody could lose weight. Anybody can get more fit. If I asked you, what does it take for somebody to lose weight? And if you guys want to play along, you can type it in the chat box. Like, what does someone need to do to lose weight? And then another step further, just because a lot of us are busy moms, what does a busy mom need to do in order to lose weight? And we can all start thinking of the things that person needs to do in order to lose the weight, right? And the thing that we don't think is, oh, well, she has to be pretty. She probably has to have really cute Lululemon clothes. She should be outgoing and social and special and maybe a little bit lucky. Like, we don't think any of those things. You're like, yeah, you have to be dedicated. You're disciplined. You're consistent. You're meal prepping. Maybe if you're really busy, you wake up a little bit earlier every day. But there's things. It's a list of tasks that you need to do every single day to reach those goals. And then even if like you have this business, person, and you know that there's nothing, you don't need anything special. It's just taking that action. And it's the exact same thing with our business, but for whatever reason, we think that the business is this complicated, mystical thing where you have to be really cute and you have to be special and lucky and something happen. You have to have that type of personality, and it's not. It's all completely doing the things. If you're going to show up and do the things, you're going to get the results that you want. Okay. And so then we also tend to do this thing where we can see it with the fitness. You're like, how many of us have posted something that goes along the lines of, you can choose to work out or you could not. And if you're not working out, try saying, it's not important to me, instead of I don't have time to work out, right? It's not important to me. Change your wording. And we can be really like, we can see when somebody is coming up with excuses for not getting on their health and fitness. And when you can talk to somebody and they can tell you like, oh, well, I'm just busy, I don't have time. And you're like, you might not tell them, but in your head, you're like, well, but you could wake up earlier. Or I know that you're watching Game of Thrones or whatever popular show. And I know that you can you could even work out and watch the show at the same time if you want to. I've seen a lot of coaches do that. And it's easy for us to point that out, but it's so hard for us to point out our own excuses when it comes to the business, because they feel real. Like when you say, I just can't get motivated to work my business, or I don't have time to work my business. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell people. I have no inspiration lately. I'm just so busy in this season of my life because my kids went back to school. My kids are out of school. My kids, like we see this a lot. We have these reasons why we can't work the business when it's not that at all. They feel real, but they're not. They're just excuses, and we need to come face to face with those excuses and really see like, okay, I'm lying to myself to make myself feel better. I'm making it so that I don't feel bad that I haven't worked my business when I have all these goals and all these things that I want to reach, but I'm not doing the tasks. So, I have found, so like I was telling you guys earlier, for me, when I first got to Emerald and then got to Diamond and then Star Diamond, like that's how I grew my belief. And it's those little baby things that we need to do to get there. So if you're struggling with belief, one of the things that you're going to have to do is do the things, take the action, the little baby action steps that are going to build your belief every single day. And the cool thing is that Beachbody lays all of this out for us. We have 4 vital behaviors, right? We have to be a product of the product. We have to invite. It's on there 3 times because we're inviting at least 3 people. You're doing personal development, so you're growing yourself and being your best self, and you're recognizing people. If it's not one of those 4 things, it's not work, and you don't need to do it. A lot of times scrolling on Instagram, that's not a part of those 4 things. Crafting a post for an hour, no, you don't need to do that. We also do that when we're self-sabotaging, is we focus on something that's going to take up, if we only have an hour a day to work, we're like, oh, well, let me make this beautiful post that's going to take me an hour to create. And then you got nothing done, but you kind of feel like you work, but you're lying to yourself because that's not work. The work is inviting people, it shouldn't, if something is taking you too long, that's something that you don't need to do. I had also put spending hours to put up a call to action. Your calls to action, if it's taking anything that's taking you a really long time, if you don't have a lot of time to dedicate to that, then you shouldn't be doing that. Keep it super basic. Do the bare bones 4 vital behaviors, and that's enough to start growing your business. And then once you're a full-time coach and you have extra time, if you want to work on creating this document for the team or doing all these extras, then you have the time to do that because you're a full-time coach and you've gotten to that place. But to get to that place, you need to have been doing those minimum 4 vitals so that you grow the business. Because if right now you see top coaches have ads on Instagram, or they came up with this amazing PDF that they're giving people or whatever, and you don't have time for that, that's going to be your subconscious way of holding yourself back, because you're like, well, I need to do this in order to grow my business. But it's not. It's the little things that we need to do. And so with that, one of those small chunks of work that we need to do, last week I shared a Instagram Power Hour. It is so good, you guys. I did it last week, 4 times last week. And with just that, I think I wrote down my stats. I increased my following by 50, and I started on Tuesday or Thursday. So as of today, I've got 50 new followers, and they're targeted followers, right? Because if you've gone through, I'm not going to go over the power hour because it's a whole hour and she already did it. So I'm not going to redo it. So make sure you listen to that if you haven't already, but she teaches you how to find your people, without spending too much time. So quickly you're going to find people. So in no time at all, like I didn't have to spend a ton of time to find 50 new followers. I posted 4 times last week on my feed, which allowed me to make connections with new people. There were people that I hadn't talked to before that were commenting on my page. And then she teaches you how to like respond to them and then get into their DMs and like build a relationship with people that I wouldn't have done before had I not been posting more often. I'm talking to people I never talked to. My story views increased by about 50. That actually makes sense, right? Those 50 new people that are following me are now watching my stories. And then my page visits on, how you can go to your page and it tells you how many people have visited you. Those increased by a lot because I wasn't posting. So my page visits were like 150 and now they're 6 something. So that's a huge amount of more. I'm in front of more people because I'm doing all the things that she says. And it's literally an hour of work. And if you're really busy, and you don't have a whole hour to work, then you take the sheet that I also posted and you do the little bits that you can. You do the 15 minutes here and then 15 minutes. We've got another little break, and that you don't have to sit down and do it all together to see the growth in your business. And I can see where I'm having so many more conversations. So I'm going to be able to more easily invite a lot of people. They're going to be watching my stuff. So they're going to, when I do polls, they're going to invite themselves, when you have a call to action and they click on, yes, I want more info or whatever it is that you're using. So go make sure when I post this call in Ellie, I'll also post a link, but it's there. Like you'll see it if you go look right now in Ellie. It's in one of the top feeds, and you'll see the call. And so make sure that you watch it because it's going to be a really great way to teach you how to network and build connections. And I think that once you do those 2 things, even if say you started this week and the only thing that you got were 10 new followers and you talked to 3 new people that you never talked to, that's a win. Like that should build your confidence. So then the next week you're like, well, I did that last week. And this week I can do more and I'll feel more confident in inviting. And like you're building your confidence little by little, because you're not going to go from, oh, I'm brand new to I'm going to make $1 million in this business, because it's not going to feel genuine to you. But if you're doing it little by little, it will feel genuine, and you'll see how much when you grow your belief, like I said, your belief and your action are going to follow together. So when you've got huge belief in this business and in yourself, you're going to take massive action and your business is going to really take off. Liv, did you want to say anything about the Power Hour?
Yeah, I actually heard it on my way back from work, and it was actually really, really, really good. I think what I realized from that link, that the YouTube video that Karina referred to, is how to build connections with people. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Same thing with fitness, right? Fitness doesn't have to be complicated. This business doesn't have to be complicated. We just get overwhelmed because we see the end result. And either we want to get there, or we think it's like such a huge leap, or we think like, oh, it's impossible, if we follow like a top coach, etc. But it's just really learning how to build quality relationships, genuine connections, little by little, in different ways. And so I really like the strategies, not only about like using our polls, I think we know how to use that, but even going to your followers and just sending a message of like, hey, how are you? That's it. They respond great. If they don't, they don't. And then just learning how to make it about them and posing those questions as well. And same thing with the post, right? Like you want to engage them. So like my biggest takeaway was learning how to obviously give value, but also how to try to encourage for your followers to also respond. And, again, just to increase your following as well. So I really liked it. If you guys have not checked it out, definitely check it out. And for us that are like busy 24/7 working, I listen to it on my commute. So it's absolutely doable, very easy for us to listen to and follow. So jump on board with that.
I think the other cool thing is that she's encouraging you to make connections and figure out what types of posts are helpful for people. So with the stuff that I posted just last week, I really feel like, oh, I feel like I helped somebody. Like you'll see people say like, thank you for posting this, or this really, like it resonated with me, or whatever it may be. And that feels really good too. And that's another thing where that just feeling, going to bed every night, like, did I help somebody in any way? That should make you feel good. Like it doesn't always have to be points or making a sale. You can baby step there by doing the little things that are going to help you feel like you're making a difference. Okay, and then because my personality type is like, here's fluff, but now I want to also give you exact action steps. In the Power Hours, she talks about mostly inviting from her polls, and that's how most of her invites go. And that's awesome, but know that she's been doing this for a long time, right? She's been a coach for, I think she said 8 years. She's got a huge following. They're used to seeing her post polls and asking people if they want information. So she's built her business to that place where she's doing attraction marketing. And that's the goal for all of us, right? We want to be able to post and have people say, yes, me, send me more info. But that's not how it always works. A lot of the times, especially in the beginning, we're going to have to do that work where what I like to do, and I've talked about this in a lot of videos before or in calls before, is I go through my stories and I see who's watching my stories, and then I invite them because they're watching my stories. And if they're watching every day, they're paying attention, I don't feel like it's icky to send them, especially if you're doing this networking and connecting and you guys have kind of talked here and there. Like, I don't feel like it's icky if I don't, I try obviously like to get them through a poll, or like maybe even a poll where you say, do you struggle more with nutrition or your workouts, you know, your fitness? And that's not really a direct invite, but you can invite from there by starting a conversation. But I'll still send invites to people even if we didn't have that interaction, because I want to make sure that I'm inviting a lot of people that maybe won't interact with me. I'm that type of person. Like, I'm not going to go and when somebody says, we have a new challenge group, do you want info? I'm not going to click yes. But if someone messages me and says, hey, have you seen that I've been posting about this? You know, and they give me their whole spiel, I'm more likely to be like, oh yeah, give me some info. Because I'm just not going to do that. So I'm assuming that a lot of people on my page are going to be similar. So I'll post these scripts in, with the call notes, but I wanted to let you know, and they're the same. I tried changing them up and I'm like, why am I trying to reinvent the wheel? This works for me, so I'm going to use this. And this is my invite. It's, hey babe, hope you're having an amazing week, or hope you had a great weekend, or, you know, personalize that depending on the week or the day of the week. You've been watching my stories, parentheses, which I appreciate so much. I don't know if you saw, but I'm starting a new virtual wellness boot camp next week. Would you like some info? If not, that's totally cool. Thanks for the constant support in my stories. That last sentence makes it so that people either say, yeah, I'd love some info, or no, but I love watching your stories. And then I don't have to feel bad about that. Like if somebody says no, but I really love watching your stories and I love hearing about your daughter or whatever it is, then I feel like we're building a relationship. And then I make sure that I'm in contact. It's just not the invite and okay, bye, you said no. But I really like this invite for myself. And you're going to try things that work for you. But I really suggest you have to start with something. Like if you're like, oh, well, I don't know if I like that invite, but you have nothing else, you have to pick one and send it out, and then change it as you go. As you get responses, you can see what works best for you, but it's not going to magically land on your lap. If you don't have the perfect invite in your head, it's not just going to come to you. You have to start with something and then tweak as you go. And then I have an invite for the girls that I have been chatting with. I have a lot of girls that reply to all my stories and you feel like you're friends. And then I found myself not inviting them because I didn't the transition wasn't there and I didn't know how to invite these girls. So what I do, it's basically the same exact invite. It says, hey babe, hope you're having an amazing week. I've been meaning to ask you this because I love your vibe, and I think that you'd be a great addition to my girl gang. I don't know if you saw, but I have a new wellness boot camp, same invite as before. But I just add that sentence of like, I've been wanting to ask you because I really like you. Like, you're really cool. You're my type of people. And people really like that invite because it feels nice. And even if they say no, like I said, they're saying no so kindly that I don't feel bad about it. It's super like, and it's okay if someone's not ready yet, right? Like, they don't have to be ready just because I'm ready for them to, I want my points and I'm ready for them to sign up now. So I put it out there. And then my last one is, since I'm telling you, I go through my stories. Sometimes I go through my stories and I'm like, oh, I invited you 3 times, or with different messages, obviously, and they haven't replied. And I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but this makes me feel better. Maybe if I have 3 invites, I'll delete 2, hit unsend. And I don't know if it unsends on both ends. I think it does, but I'm not totally sure. But it just makes me feel less creepy because they're still watching, right? I might have sent 3 invites over the span of 5 or 6 months, but they're still watching, even if they didn't reply, even if they said no, not now. So I send them one that says, I know the last time we chatted wasn't a good time, but I just wanted to reach out and see if you're ready to join my virtual wellness bootcamp. I'd love to have you in the group. If it's not a good time, that's totally cool. I just wanted to reach out. And with that one, I'm either getting, yes, I'm ready now. Like, I want info. I've been watching. Like, they're finally ready. And you have to know that that invite is going to be the one that works most, because the first time invite, that's the first time they heard from you. They have to hear from you a few more times, right? So this invite is the one that I'm literally going through my stories looking for people that I already invited to invite them again, because I know they're more likely to say yes. And they're either saying, yes, I want more info, or the like a good chunk of people are also saying, no, but you know what? Reach out to me next month. I think I'm going to be ready. Because I said, I know last month wasn't right, or that last time wasn't the right time, but maybe you're ready now. I don't know what about that wording puts them in the mindset of, well, maybe not right now, but I will be. Like, I still do want to be a part of this. Like I said, you don't have to write all of this down, because I will copy and paste it into our notes. And then after that, I just go through, and we have a script, but I just go through and I ask questions. I ask them about their health and fitness. I ask them if they're working out, what types of workouts they enjoy, what their nutrition looks like. I'm trying to get to know them and figure out what plan of ours is going to be the best for them. And so then once they've told me all of their information, I am able to make a recommendation, and I'll use their responses. So if somebody tells me I don't have a lot of time, then I would tell them, we have plenty of 30-minute workouts, and I'll explain Beachbody On Demand, how you can literally work out in your pajamas if you need to, roll out of bed and work out. You don't have to go to the gym. Like, you're cutting a lot of time. So depending on what they tell you, you want to say that. And then I really like using third-party tools. Beachbody is an infomercial king. They are great at making infomercials, though they are really good at making really short clips for us. So if you want to talk to somebody about MM100 or the Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack, if you go to Vimeo, there's a ton of videos, and we have all of this in our in LE as well. You can find the video that you need to send them. So the Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack or whatever. And so when you're making your recommendation, they also watch a short 3-minute video, and they can see exactly what it is that we're talking about. And that way you don't have to word vomit, oh, it's this and that, and trying to explain the program to somebody, where Beachbody did it in 3 minutes and they did it beautifully. And then after that, we go through the price info if they say yes, and get them signed up. And then just remember that if they say no, this isn't a good time, or it's a money objection, I like to then if we've talked about it, and I let $160 is not a lot to get started on your health and fitness. And if we've talked about that already and they're not ready for that, then I'll offer the 3-month Beachbody On Demand with a 2-week free trial so they can test it out. Most people will say yes to that, because it's only $42 every 3 months, and they're obviously interested. They talk to you that whole time. They want to do something for their health and fitness. So that option, most people are like, oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I'll do that. Make sure you add Energize or the Shakeology Sampler Pack into their cart so that they can get to know our products. And again, if it's like the Energize Sampler, there's it's only like 15 bucks more. So people are so likely to say yes, and then they try it, and then they've built trust in our programs and our products, and then they'll be ready for a challenge pack someday, hopefully. So the last part of this call is you've made you're building belief, you're doing your action steps, you have your invites ready. You want to make sure that, especially this last week of the month, we're all going hard, right? We're trying to hit successful. We've got goals. So I personally am going to be talking about the challenge group on my stories every single day. I'm going to highlight the different reasons why people need to know that this challenge, the challenge pack or our challenge groups are amazing. So I'll talk about the problems that people face usually. They don't have enough time. So how can I show them that they do have enough time? I don't know what to eat. How can I show them that our plan is going to show them exactly what to eat? You're doing this in a team. Like all the things that people usually tell you or have a hard time with, everybody's problems, whatever the person's problems are, you want to come up with a solution for them through your stories. So in a short, succinct story, and I'm going to be talking about it, having polls, inviting people. I'm just going to be doing all the inviting while also doing Jade's Power Hour or Jace's Power Hour, where I'm trying to bring engagement and post things that are interesting and fun or silly, whatever, to bring up engagement, and then also making sure that I'm talking about the challenge group every single day, so that when I send somebody an invite, because I saw that they watch my story, I send them an invite, they know what I'm talking about. Because if you're not talking about it and you send them an invite and they're like, what is it? That's not the, hopefully we're not getting that response. When people are like, what is it? They should kind of know, because we've been talking about it so much. And that's it. I feel like I said so much in the last 30 minutes. Does anybody have any questions? Oh yeah, Christina said invite every day, make a post every day. Yes, you're so good at that, Christina, like posting on your feed every day. Somewhere along the lines, I got it into my head that it needs to be like so beautiful and so special. And it's like, no, just post every day. Like good lighting, figure it out and post something. Any questions about anything? Are we all ready to hit Success Club this month?
I'll just make a quick comment about belief. Like, it's a decision. Like, Success Club is a decision. Emerald rank is a decision. Diamond rank is a decision. You make the decision and you go for it. It's not about if you have the right tools, if you have the right pictures, if you have the right anything. It's about you making the decision and going for it no matter what. Like, you're going to push your hardest for it. And like, let's say you push your hardest and you don't end up hitting Success Club. However, you sent all those invites and you have these conversations going that are going to trickle on into September. So regardless of what the outcome is, the work that you put in is going to compound over time. And when that compound effect happens, that's when belief builds stronger. So in order to build your belief stronger, you got to start from the bottom and start building your momentum. So that's all I have to say about that. That's what helps me. Like, whenever I feel like I'm in a slump or like I'm starting over on a transformation, it's like one day at a time. It's going to compound over time. And that's how you have to approach it in your business as well. Like, if you're starting over for whatever reason, life happens, you have to start that compound effect from zero again. And like, we all start at Success Club 0 every single month anyways. It's not like we automatically get points every month. Everybody starts from 0. So, I don't know. That's it.
I agree. And I like what you said. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, maybe you've been a coach for a really long time and you feel like, well, maybe I haven't been doing all of these things every day. Who cares? Start now. Like, there's nothing wrong with deciding to start now and starting now. You'll still build your belief just like as if you were brand new.
And don't be afraid to ask for help. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but even though I've been coaching for a year, I still ask for help. Like, I'll ask for feedback on my social media. Like, what should I post? Is this enough? You know, I mean, we're all learning. Like, it's okay to ask for help and get insight on that. Of course, from someone that you trust and you're open to receiving that feedback, because we're always evolving, and the market that we're in, especially with technology, is evolving every single day. So I just want to encourage you guys that if you are in a slum, if it's an emotional thing, reach out to your upline, ask for that help. If it's something more tactical, ask for that help. I mean, at the beginning, I used to jump on the LE page. I'm like, here's my new post. Can you guys jump on it? Like, I mean, or random things. But it's just like we have a whole team. Let's lean in together to support each other and move it forward. And all those things that are just so scary. Trust me, I'm trying to challenge myself too, because I don't talk about the business opportunity. I don't have a problem anymore talking about the challenge groups and the fitness and transformation. But now I'm trying to get past my comfort zone and talk about the business opportunity as well. But it's okay to ask for help and for that feedback. We have years of expertise on our team, and they're just like a click away, a message away. So I do want to encourage you guys to just reach out to anyone you may feel comfortable. Even if it's not your upline, just reach out to them and you click with them, you vibe with them, grab a partner, whatever it is, you know, and set those many goals to support each other. I guarantee you it's going to take you very, very, very far.
Yes. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to, like to say it out loud, to process, because like you might already know the answer to whatever your questions are, and you just don't realize it. And as soon as you start talking to somebody about like what to post or whatever, like that happens to me all the time, because I've been doing this forever and I still need to bounce it. Like I still need help and ask questions all the time. And like as soon as I start talking, I'm like, oh wait, there's my answer. Cool. Okay. Are we ready for a picture? Jazz said, that's me, I bug you girls. Everybody needs somebody, like a success partner or somebody or some buddies that you message and you flesh out your ideas with. And then you're like, okay, we talked about it. I feel good about it. Okay, are we ready for a picture? Cheese. Baby. Awesome. All right, girls. Thank you so much for hopping on. I hope this call was valuable. We'll see you in the group. Let's go send some invites, hit SC. We've got plenty of days. We've got till Saturday night. That's like each one of us, if we want to hit Success Club, we're all the baby. We're going to hit Success Club. Like squirrel, we can hit Success Club if that's your goal. Plenty of days. All right, guys. Bye.